Hey, Mr. Willis, and this is maybe the most important part of the whole Pixlr picture editing project. How do you save your work? If you don't save your work, then your work's pretty much worthless because no one will be able to get to it. So here's what you do. Just make sure you've got your picture open, and we're going to go to the word File up here in the top left, and we're going to click on Save, which is, of course, something we see in a lot of different applications. So File, Save. Now here's where you want to pay attention. In this case, we want to make sure we are saving in Google Drive. So make sure that one is selected. And in this case, it is. The next thing you want to do is give it a name. So I'll call this one Outer Space Willis, just so I know this isn't just the outer space picture, but it's outer space with me. And finally, the format. Here's one you really want to watch, okay? If you are still working on it, so you want to come back and do more work later, do not save it like a JPEG like this because it's going to flatten the image. And if I were to then go back and try and erase something else, from like the foreground picture, it would just erase everything. So it'd be bad. So here's what you want to do. You hit the little drop down arrow and we want to choose PXD. Okay. Anything that we're still working on, make sure the format is PXD. That's going to save it as a layered pixeler image. That means when I open it back up, I'll still have the two separate layers here that I can work with. And if I click OK, it saves it like that. And the nice thing about that then is when I go back to my Google Drive, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and go back to Google Drive here and click on my drive. You'll see that it's put that Outer Space Willis right there in my drive. Now, just because I like to keep things organized, I'm going to go ahead and move that into the green screen folder. So all that stuff is there together. And in the future, then all I have to do is come back to that folder in my drive and double click it. And it's going to open that right back up. And you see it's taking a second to open because it's got all those layers and stuff in it. And there we go. My two layers are there. I can go back to work and do whatever I need to do. Now, if you're all finished, here's how you want to save it. In this case, once again, File, Save, but it's okay to pick a different format here. Okay, so instead of the PXD one, you'll want to choose either JPEG or PNG. I tend to like the PNG better. It'll leave the background transparent if you want it transparent in the background. It tends to, I think it just gets better results. So that's my recommendation. If you're all done with the picture, you save it as a PNG. Once again, make sure we're saving it in our Google Drive, and then we can click OK. And like it did before, it's going to work. It's going to save that picture. And once it has saved, we can go back to my drive. Hey, it actually put that one in the same folder. That's nice. And so there's the picture that just has me in the background. And this is a good version that if you want to print it or turn it into me or one of your other teachers on Google Classroom, you can turn in this one. So hopefully you've had fun, and I look forward to seeing what all of you create.